Hello, everybody. My name is Destiny Andrews. I am hostess of the Better Than Being Bored podcast. Today, I am going to go over what happened in last month's game of Cards Against D&D. All right, you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. You sure you're ready for this? I still don't think you're ready for this. All right, so here we go. All right, story time. Name that quote. All right. A group of travelers passing through town watched as a halfling man wearing fine blue clothing and a silk cap climbs to the top of the beheading stage center of the market. He unravels a scroll and prominently calls out, hear ye, King Delafor hereby calls for a scavenging hunt. Each team must consist of at least 5 individuals, and the team that finds all of the items on the list and presents them to the king's court first will win 1,000 platinum pieces to split. Please approach me to receive the list of items. He then rolls up his scroll and stands at attention as the crowd starts to murmur loudly. Phineas Bobbinwinder approaches Mahem with 2 others at his side, a pirate-esque man and an elf wearing makeup. Hold on. Is it not? There we go. Okay. Join our team, Phineas almost demands. Join us and we will surely win. But Mahem, being a dwarf, eyes the elf of the group. I would rather knee a wizard in the nuts than work side by side with an elf. The elf man stands up and speaks proudly. I am known as Win, and I am much more of an outcast as you are tall. And I am as much of an outcast as you are tall. Somebody's dyslexic but likes to read. I don't know. You tell that bitch to chill out. I am as much of an outcast as you are tall. I refuse to work by the hip of such a kind, or shall I say, the shoulder. Phineas knew he needed to band together a group due to the rules at hand. He takes a look around to see that almost everyone seems to have created their groups and is approaching the halfling for their scrap of paper. He turns to the bickering pair and convinces him to work together by stating, look, we all want that platinum, right? For all I care, you can incest the whole time if you want. So as long as you venture with us and we call our team, so long as you venture with us and we call each other a team. Yes, these motherfuckers said incest. Y'all are ridiculous. Mahem turns his chin up with a sinister smile. Deal. The pirate-styled man spoke up. Oh, crap. I gotta stutter for this because it's in character. It said doo-doo. I kept that one on purpose. I didn't keep the bebe on purpose, but if he gets to do that, then, and I'm doing this on purpose, I'm sorry, then I want to be able to bathe naked in a moonlight drove after this is over. I did that on purpose too. I don't care what you do when this is over, so long as it is done, shouted Phineas. We still need one more member to join our party. The team looked around. Stratton Stutter notices a butterfly resting on a dandelion that has broken through the surface of the stone cobbleways, and nothing more. Wind storms in a step to a man covered in moss carrying potions of a sort. My good man, we seek another member to join us for this evening's festivities. Will you do us the honor of joining? Yeah, I said joining twice. Y'all tell me to shh. My name is Hemlock, the moss-covered man whimsically grouched. Well, Hemlock, I heard the prize is not only to split the platinum, but also to take home as much thick Ukrainian ass as you would like. Hemlock seemed very intrigued by this and agreed with a chipper aye. He says it better than I do. Y'all gotta watch the show to hear that. The party joined together. Phineas, whom had announced himself as the party leader, led the group to the halfling. We would like a list. The halfling was readying himself to leave. My sirs, I am all out of papers. I was allowed to. I am all out of papers I was allowed to give out. All I have left is my personal copy. Wynne approached the halfling, towering over him. Give us your copy. The king's court will get it back. If you don't, I'll bitch slap you. The halfling shivered in his oversized boots as he reached in his pocket to pull out his final scrap containing the list. The list read, 2 bundles, a bundle of lavender, 2 cacao seeds, milk from a brown cow, scroll of ice, a capped cauldron. What the hells? Remarked Mahem. This is an odd list. Last time I was asked to find cacao seeds, I ended up white girl wasted face down. Well, unluckily for us, I did have a capped cauldron, but I traded it earlier to an orc in exchange for her intergalactic pussy. Oh, I said that wrong. Also, I just realized I put orc there, and I don't know if I made her orc in the next thing or if I even mentioned it. It's okay. It's all okay. Well, we need. We need to get that back, stated Stratton. Why's he got to be a stutterer? Hemlock looked at Stratton and then to Phineas. Is he broken? Though the tone was humorous, Stratton was not very pleased with the statement. Hey, plant fucker, one more comment like that and I'll shove an all-seeing tower up your ass. Geez, fine, my bad. Hemlock held his hands up in defense. Well, I already have milk. Was it from a brown cow? When asked. Oh, I should give that a little more to it. Would you like to see the teat from which it spewed? I'm giving everybody the same voice. This is not good. I'll work on that in the future. I announced that I am about to come it personally. Oh, I should say to it. To it personally. His mother truckers. Men. Wynne shook his head, uninterested in hearing more. He suddenly had a shrill flashback from where he was a lad and had to act like an anime girl while watching his adoptive mother breastfeed. The woman I traded the cauldron to is this way. Phineas led the group to an apothecary. A small woman rested, I should say a small orc woman. That would be correct. Orc. There we go. Boop. Mentioned. Small orc woman rest her, I feel like that's past tense. Rest her cheek in her hand. I would like to return my trade and get my cauldron back. How did we follow this? Because I did not say Phineas was there. Gods. Guys, it's 3 a.m. It's 4 a.m. Gods, I am so happy you didn't ask for lavender or cacao. The whole town has gone mad. As you can see, my shop has dwindled from all of the recent business. I would need something far more interesting than an intergalactic pussy to trade for it. What have you got? I don't know why she's pompous. Go with it. Phineas proclaimed, I've got hot guitar licks, which is worth far more than that cauldron. The woman eyes Phineas's. We'll delete that. Yeah, the woman eyes Phineas's wicked guitar solo. Wicked guitar solo. Say wicked guitar solo 5 times fast. Phineas's wicked guitar solo and agrees, handing the capped cauldron back to Phineas. Good. Thank you, he continued. And I take it you don't have any of the items everyone has asked you for? I have the cacao, but I'm saving it for myself. You cannot have it. Mahem leaned onto the counter as best as he could. You wouldn't trade me those seeds for a date with me and a pair of mysterious floating orbs. He gave his best smolder. I don't have a smolder's something like that. It seemed pretty effective. She blushed. Okay, but you need two, and that leaves me with one. I expect that date to happen. Father's Day evening, sundown, don't be late. She hands over the seeds and winks at him before exiting the room. Damn, man. I haven't gotten a date that fast since I asked a shipmate to blow me. I woke up with an unwanted pregnancy and a huge headache. He's worse. He's worse. I feel bad, but he's worse. Phineas looked disgusted. I never want to hear that again. Most of them shared a laugh at that moment. Stratton just looked upset. My cat fell out of his box. The box went with him. He's back in the box. It's okay. Stratton just looked upset. They traveled on. They now had the capped cauldron, the 2 cacao seeds, and milk. Where are we going to find a scroll of ice? How many times have you yawned? Where are we going to find a scroll of ice? Pondered Wynne. I should put aloud. He noticed Hemlock's head wander in the moment of question. Mossman, do you have an idea? I got what ye be wanting, along with the ooze your sister gave me when I left her bed this morning. He gleamed up into the elf's painted eyes. Joke's on you, Mossman. My sister started fucking my sister last year. Or 3 years ago. So you can't offend me. Wynne stood proud. You're proud as fuck. The two looked as if they were going to go at it. Mahem stepped between the two with his hands held high. Men! 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 Which is crazy because. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. I got confused. Men! 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 Whatever. He looked over to Hemlock. If you have the scroll, then that will only leave us the lavender. We are already so close to going on a magical adventure and learning about friendship this challenge, and we will have 200 platinum each. I'll even buy you both pints if you shut up and nut up. Where are we finding lavender? The men all calmed except Stratton, that acted as if a candle was suddenly lit above his head. Which, by the way, he had a candle. He held that bitch over his shiny head. Bing! It's lining it's lining the outskirts of the town right now. I put 3 thes in there that didn't belong at all, but it's okay. Phineas agreed. Yes, I remember the pleasant scent as I got a past tense this. As I offered sexual favors for an oar and a sheep to anyone that would talk to me through the field this morning. I feel like that's the wrong oar, but it's okay. The 5 men made their way hastily to the outskirts of the town where townspeople had already picked so much of that purple plant. Aw. Okay, it's Phineas. How are we going to get lavender? Now, how are you? Well, here's some. Stratton's pitch was a stuttering pleasantry. What? Here's some. as he held up a bundled batch of lavender to his nose and sniffed strongly. "How'd you get that? This field is barren," shouted Hemlock in astonishment. "I just plucked it from over the hot people over there, under the hot people over there." Stratton pointed over to the hot people. um oh shit, what happened? Hot people, here we are. I didn't fuck up, did I? I don't understand what I did, but nothing looks wrong, so it's okay. "We have all the items on the list," shouted each of the party members in their own way. It was the merriest moment amongst the men. It was also one of my favorite moments of the show because it, like, said each of the party members in their own ways. Best way to put it. It came out exactly the way I thought it would. It was like shit. And it was so great. Mm. Um Unfortunately, a group of 5 women wearing leather armor heard the clamoring and approached the group with their swords, bows, and the DVD copy of The Bachelorette season finale drawn. "Give us the items now!" hollered the apparent leader of the group. Stratton leaned forward to get the loveliest woman the lavender he had collected. She almost blushed as she reached for them until Phineas slapped the top of his hand in reach. Wynne shouted out, "We're not giving you anything. We worked for these items, and I would rather switch to Geico than give them to you." All right. So, which I love. All right. So we're gonna go over how that battle went real quick. No, my cat is trying to climb onto me, but we're busy, people. Y'all tell them we're busy. We're busy. So during this battle, first off, let me just say there was a whole bunch of swinging and not hitting anything. So much missing, and that is okay. We didn't even have like exceptionally high ACs. Whoop. That's just kind of how it went. So lots of swinging, no one hitting. But by the end of it, so like at one point, Mahim apparently dove in front of. Hold on, I've got arrows and shit. It's an arrow from Hemlock. That's excuse me. That says that Dove took. Can't read my own damn handwriting. Dove took hug for Finn. I don't think it was Hemlock. I think it was Mahem dove in front of Phineas and took a hit. I do know for a fact because I did just go rewatch all of this, but whenever it got to the fighting part, I was like, it's okay. I got notes. So I got notes. And this is how it went. So by the end of it, now keep in mind that Wynn did a lot of this shit. Wynn had the final blows for most of these individuals. By Wynn's speed, let's see. The first girl that he took out, he took her out by yeah, it says sprawled with 3 dicks at the same time. Then we've got one where she exploded from too much cum. That's also when the cross-dressing elf that is a two-spirit basically. Too much cum. Anyhow, let's see. I feel like there was another one. Here it is. And one of the women that attacked them when just like screamed in her face and she ran away. How we did this was we gave them each 10 health and every hit equals 5 damage. Didn't matter. You just had to pass their AC and actually hit them. That's all. So everybody did have D20s on them. And then why you gotta take up everything, man? And whenever it got to your final hit, and it's like, all right, well, how'd you do it? All right, you love those words. How'd you do it? Then we just drew a random card. And let's see, I'm gonna say the one kill that Hemlock got in real quick because he only got the one, but he killed them by using like hella squirrels, which is incredibly suiting considering Hemlock in the D&D game where he was our guy and not our DM. Generally on the regular, the guy who plays Hemlock is my DM for a bi-weekly game that happens at my house. Isn't that nice? And get to flip the roles for a little bit, right? Well, Hemlock has a thing for exploding squirrels. So for him to pick up a card that's like that, I think it said hella squirrels, like that's so Hemlock. So that was beautiful. Stratton, I was saving for last. Oh, because what the fuck? Okay. So like he's this little dopey dude this whole damn time, and he's just like, oh, so darling, right? And then no. I'm sorry, I'm doing something and you're taking up the whole space. Ugh. Anyhow, so Stratton was this cute little like darling individual. It's kind of like oblivious. He is a druid, so he will be in the future incorporating stay over there. Incorporating his pets into the fighting, just like he did with the first one that we did, the first Cards Against D&D that was posted, where we were flipping coins rather than rolling. Each episode that we do is going to have a little more progress until we get something that's just like, we're like, all right, this does not need to be changed at all. This is perfect. So that's the goal. His fucking crazy ass. So, let me just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Or was he the one that screamed at somebody and ran away? I'm pretty sure that was Phineas. But what I do know is Stratton stuttered went from, here, smell these flowers, to, I'ma fucking kill you, and he strangled this bitch. He was the only one out of everyone. He was the only one that actually random drew a card that said forgetting how to breathe and then dying. It actually stated dying. I'm like, fuck, because you could choose to kill this person or just knock them out in some way or no. But yeah, no, strangled. They died. They died. I'm gonna probably eventually have him known as the Stratton Strangler. Strangler. Strang. How do you? My tongue is getting strangled. That's difficult. Try saying that one time fast, and then try saying it 5 times fast. And then, comment or whatever on this saying, I did it. And then even better, put a tag to the video where he proved it. So, yeah, that person died. The person that got attacked by hella squirrels died. And the person that exploded from too much cum died. The person that ran away, they ran away, and the person that took 3 dicks at the same time, apparently they lived through it. Good for them. Rock and roll. I kind of feel like to a man's mentality that would, count as some kind of death or something, but it is what it is. All right. So, and in this game's story. Oh, well, that's me telling me what to do. Gotcha. All right. The party charges on, heading straight for the castle's courtyard. The halfling from the market notices the party and stammers over I feel like it's supposed to say Stampers, but it was over to Win with his hand out. I just see little. I take it you have the items? I will need my list back before anyone realizes I gave it to a peasant like you. Wynne was displeased with the blatant disrespect of this small man, but hands him the paper shred with only a slight growl under his voice. A fair, blue-skinned, dragonborn woman steps out from the shrubbery. She wore a silk robe and a small crown that fit around her 6-inch oars, her 6-inch horns that spiraled behind her head. Mahim suddenly stood very stout, matching the changed stance of the halfling. Princess Denorsa, these citizens have your items, shouted the small man. Oh, goody. I have been craving lavender cacao ice cream for ages, and I can never find all of the items I need. She reaches out for each of the items. Hemlock almost didn't give up his ice scroll, but a knock to the chest, courtesy of Mahim, convinced him to hand it over. The princess gave a giddy jig and tossed a hearty bag of coins at the feet of the travelers, splitting it fair. Oh, splitting it fairly is your task, peasants. Enjoy. As she turned, Mahim called out, "Milady!" She turned back to him only slightly for him to continue. I would churn the cream for you just to look in your eyes again. She showed a glimmer and a side smile. What is your name, dwarf? I am called Mahem. May I call you the love of my life? She chuckled. Not that hideous shit I just did. She did a cute chuckle, okay? Not that either. With a final glance, and with the final glance, she skipped merrily into the shrubs she appeared from before. The halfling gave the grouchiest voice as he looked at the ground and shouted, "Now get out!" And out they all went. And that is the wrap up there. Notice that none of this has fill in the blanks after the battle. So this is just shit that I made the characters do. And God, may I call you the love of my life? I would churn the cream for you just to look in your eyes again. Oh, you know what? Sometimes I can't stand myself, and that's okay. Although in reading this, I did just how many times did you yawn during this comment? But I did just realize an error I put in the one that I've laid out for tomorrow, but that is totally a-okay because um I just hope that y'all are able to watch the show that will be starting. Actually, I said tomorrow, but it's today. It's 4 something. And today is October 18th. I'm going to go ahead and post this. I probably should have been recording or posting this already on YouTube, but be on the lookout YouTube and Facebook. That is where we will be airing the Cards Against D&D tomorrow. And I've got not much of an actual adventure going on, but a mental adventure. And this one's going to have a lot of random pulls from the deck. So I'm kind of like fully looking forward to seeing all of that. as you see over here, can I? Nope, nope, not from my angle. But I can do this. Wait, no. Yeah, no, not from my angle. That right there, that yonder. Okay, this is complicated. That is a shot glass that we do have some for sale. They are preferably a wash by hand kind of thing. The prices on them do vary from like there's um $3 for one that's probably not perfect. Like, I mean, one of the $3 ones, the finger is gone. I don't know where it went. I don't know. $5 is like maybe something's like crooked or something, and then 7 is like this came out really good. Okay, cool. So that's that. We also have a couple other different types of merch available. I put at one point, I said, just message the Better Than Being Bored Facebook page and say, hey, I want a shot glass. And somebody was like, that's some horrible advertising. I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I'm going to be working on that in the near future. I also want to give a good shout out to participants that will be on the show. There is, of course, my co-host. I say, of course, like he shows up all the time. But he is definitely on the Cards Against Humanity episodes, including Cards Against D&D. And that is my co-host, Bo Henry, or the host of Better Than Being Bored. You look this stuff up, you find his name. Bo and Abnett. Try spelling it without looking it up. So yeah, that guy. Shout out to that guy. Also shout out to Magic Mike 5XL, I believe is his name on like Instagram and all that jazz. He will be participating. Shout out to my dear friends that are in my literal D&D game, one of them being my DM, which would be Thomas Finley, the Lion's Mane of Mobile, Alabama. He is featured on an episode of Better Than Being Bored, just the verbal portion that comes out on Sundays. There is a link directly to his Spotify episode on the website. The same goes for my other buddy that is also in our D&D crew, DeQuavius. Oftentimes his thing says, single moms hit my line. He means it. And to the individual that participated in this as Phineas, that will not be able to participate in later today's adventure, is his name is Jasper. He is one half of a podcast called Less Than Fresh, a movie podcast. It's got a colon in there. Less Than Fresh, a movie podcast. So y'all give that a listen. We appreciate all of your support at any time. I'm sorry I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry it's 4 a.m. and I'm tired. I procrastinated, but you know what? I got it done. Good. I got it done and I'm so stressed. But it is done. We're going to have a great day tomorrow. Or today is still tomorrow to me, and today is tomorrow, but today is yesterday. Yeah, that one. Today is yesterday, but technically today is tomorrow as well. I'm at that point right now. But yeah, I really hope to see everybody for that. And if you are not showing up for that, then you can still watch it at any point because it'll be on YouTube. Share to your friends. Check out YouTube, Facebook. We are on, for the verbal portion of the podcast, we are on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. I didn't know there was a difference between Apple Music and Apple Podcasts, but there is apparently. That's a very iPhone thing to do. And Hey, don't crucify me. I know how I feel. And I feel like all y'all got is a camera. And what I got is a phone. That was good. A contact Samsung. We also have a TikTok which gets updated from time to time. So if you want to check that out, check that out. But either way, yeah. I just realized that my eyes have been shut for a chunk of this, or almost shut. So, yeah. Y'all have a good day. Bye! And come back for more episodes in the future. Hold on. Work for me. End recording. Also,